This is Atlanta's new underground station.
How you doing? This is Wood Harris.
Hi, this is Jasmine Guy.
What's going on in Atlanta? This is Clifton Powell.
Hey guys, it's Niecy Nash from TV Land's The Stone Man.
This is Cat Williams.
Check this out. This is your boy RL from NEXT.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lunel.
What's up, ATL? It's your girl Ken of Atlantic Records.
Hi, I'm Taraji P. Henson.
WBS 87 Atlanta, WAEN FM Atlanta, WBHH, and on iHeartRadio, the home of the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey, DJ Rollum, and the Wake Up Ladies. Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. Streaming online at BeatBreakRadioFM.com. Download the TuneIn app to hear Beat Break 87 FM on your mobile device and listen to the Beat Break Morning Show. Weekday mornings only on Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
What's up, ATL? Make sure that you check out the D Here Radio Show on Beat Break 87 and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Listen to Beat Break 87 FM on the go. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app from the app marketplace, including Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store. View photos, videos, and Beat Break 87 shows on your mobile device. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app now for free.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin T. Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela.
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation is when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Right now, Beat Break Radio is taking it to the streets to find out what's happening in your city.
I Am Beautiful proudly presents its 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam. This mother-daughter mentor retreat is designed to transform young girls ages 8 to 18 years old into becoming productive people. The retreat will also help mothers, guardians, and daughters build better relationships with each other through a series of fun activities and discussions, such as the dangers of bullying, the power of social media, and setting future goals. Membership is not required to participate, and spaces are limited. The 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam will begin on Saturday, January 13th through Sunday, January 14th, 2018. Participants are encouraged to check in at 1 p.m. The location for the Pink Pajama Jam will take place at Lake Lanier Island Legacy Lounge. The address is 7000 Lanier Islands Parkway, Buford, Georgia, 30518. For more registration details, call 404-545-9051 or visit the website iambeautiful.org. We're always taking it to the streets on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Wake up weekday mornings to the Beat Break Morning Show and nod your head in bed to the 360 Mix Show. Weeknights on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. The views and opinions expressed on this program does not necessarily reflect those of Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Communications, volunteers, staff, and management of Reach One Communications.
This portion of Beat Break Radio is only suitable for mature audiences and not suitable for young audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mario, and I would like to welcome you into another episode of the Random Select Podcast right here on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where talk and music lives. And today, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this thing that we all call love, that we seem to be chasing, but nobody can seem to put a finger on it, seem to kind of cage it up. And a lot of people saying that the reason that's the case is that love is complicated. And I would like to call on that and say that love is not complicated. I think people are complicated. Love can be simple and beautiful in its form and in its essence. But a lot of times we just don't know what love is. We just don't recognize that what we have feeling at the moment or what we have between us and another person is not love. So, but we quick to label things as love because we feel a certain way. And a lot of times we don't take the time to process those feelings, those emotions, and truly see where we're coming from to know if what you're feeling for a person really is love. Because it could truly be infatuation. It could truly be lustful. It could truly be that you like them as a friend, you know, that you feel like they're your best friend, they're your confidant. It could be that you just like having them around. They make you feel secure. Any a number of reasons, but it hasn't graduated into love. So I just want to talk about that. And before I go any further, I just want to let people know that the person that I'm referring to in this particular thing that I'm about to talk about is totally me, from my life experience and from my personal things that I've run into it. These are my personal opinions. And I know a lot of people are going to say, you know, what facts do we have behind this? I don't have any facts. I just got my life and the things that I've been through. And if it rub you the wrong way, I totally don't, you know what I mean? Because this is my personal opinion. Once again, my personal opinion. You can agree, don't agree with it, but we'll still have open debate about it. That's what this podcast is for. Thought-provoking talk. Get it? All right. So we're going to move on from that. In today's world, they're saying love is not what it used to be. And that's something that you can't debate, because it seems that truly is the case, that love isn't what it used to be. But I think it boils down to the fact that love is still the same. I just think how we look at it and how we define it and how we try to get a piece of it and bottle it up for ourselves has changed. I think that we've let society tell us their quote unquote American dream and the way love is supposed to be, when in all actuality, maybe love isn't like that at all. And this was brought to me, you know, by a really, really good friend of mine, Carlotta. She, always say that maybe the dream that we've been sold is not necessarily how things are supposed to go. Maybe the dream is literally just that, a dream. So I'm starting to tend to agree with her. But before we get to all of that, let me just take it back to the base of what I'm talking about, to be perfectly honest and stay on point, you know, and to stay in the realm of what I'm trying to get to. And when it comes to me, I just want to say that us men, when we get to a certain point in our life, when you're becoming a male, you know, start to hit around 30, mid-30s or something like that. And if we're emotionally unavailable, where if we feel like we have emotional blocks going on, we quick to tell people why we can't love them. We're quick to tell them that, oh, my father was never around. My mom was hard. You know, I didn't have parents. I all grew up in the foster system. And all those are legitimate, perfectly good, legitimate excuses, perfectly legitimate reasons why a person can't love. But I'm always under the impression that once you get to a point where you realize why you can't love. You realize that you're not loving. What are you going to do from that point forward once you realize it to change it? Because if somebody, and this is the thing that kills me, if somebody, knocked you down in the mud, just because you got mud all on you and you down in the mud, you're not going to stay there. You're going to jump back up. You probably change out your clothes, probably wash up, and then you get back to doing whatever it is you're going to do. And because you haven't been shown any love, and because you feel you got these emotional blocks and you're emotionally unavailable, that's the way you're going to stay. That's the way you're going to forever be. You got to get up out that mud, wash yourself off, and keep going, keep it moving. And I know it's hard to do. And I know when it comes to certain mental things, mental scars are sometimes way more damaging than physical scars, because sometimes physical scars, they heal and you don't even realize they're there anymore till somebody asks you, how you get that scar? And you say, oh, that was, I fell, but mental scars, they linger. Because the first time somebody put you in a situation that reminds you of how you got that mental scar, it comes flooding back and you relive it like it was just yesterday. I get that, and I'm not trying to downplay that or anything like that. But I'm just saying sometimes as men, we hang on to excuses and we hang on to things like that for way too long. We almost started off as a crutch where we said, okay, it's kind of helping us get through. But then we started wearing it as a badge of honor. The reason I can't love is because I've been hurt, because some woman hurt me. My father was never there. And I'm saying that because these are all the excuses that I use. These are all the excuses that I've said somewhere along my way to one woman or another at some point in my life. But then once again, I got somebody who's very close to me that always reminded me, okay, yeah, that happened to you. And I don't want to downplay it. Yeah, it happened to you. But what now? What's going to happen now that you know what's going on? What's going to happen now that you've realized that, okay, this is the excuse you've been using. This is what you've been riding. This is what you've been using as your crutch. And then we love to say, well, I would like to be in love. Love's complicated. No, people, love is not complicated. The people that's trying to be in love or the people that looking for love is complicated. Because what has happened is we've taken love and kind of put it on the back burner, right? And we've made dysfunction the new love. We'll see something and it's totally dysfunctional, but we'll say that it's love. We'll say that that person cares about me because they so crazy. They willing to, kill everybody in the house. The girl, he must really love you. That's what people will say. Say, oh, she's over here. She's acting crazy. She's calling your job. She's trying to get you fired. Boy, she must really love you. See, we've taken love and replaced it with dysfunction. Therefore we don't know what love is anymore. That's why love seems complicated, because the reason it's complicated, you're not even working under the banner of love. We're working under the banner of dysfunction, but we're calling it love. And I'm one of the main culprits of that. I'm one of the main people who feel that because I do certain things for you, or just because I act a certain way, or just because that must mean I love you. That must show you that I care about you. When all that is just me filling out my own dysfunctional flow chart. My own dysfunctional habits are coming to the forefront. Just because I act like I'm jealous and I act like if you go be with that man, I cannot have that, and I just would not let that happen on my watch, or I'll do something crazy, or you say, oh, he must really love me. No, he probably don't love you. He probably, treating you like, a possession in his yard or something, and then somebody just drive past the yard and say, I come past here all the time and I see these tires and rims sitting out here, but nobody ever uses it. He must don't want it. So therefore I'm going to go in the yard and take it. And you really probably don't want it. You just can't stand the thought that that person feel that they can come into your yard and just take your stuff, take your thing. It's the equivalence of, another kid coming in another kid's yard playing with their ball, but they never ever played with the ball. The ball been sitting over in the corner of the yard forever, to the point that the sun done turned it colors. The ball is losing air. They never cared about it. But soon as they see that another kid might be interested in that ball, hey, give me my ball. And then what do most parents come out and do? Say, hey, let them play with it. You were never playing with that ball anyway. But no matter what the parents say, the kid want to throw a fit and say, I don't care. That's my ball. Because as human beings, that's our nature. We don't covet or want anything with no type of vigor, no type of zest, no type of urgency until we feel that somebody else might want it. Because then all of a sudden the shine come back to it, the luster come back to it. We feel that it's a high priority issue now because someone else has shown some interest in it. Now, as men, sometimes we'll give a woman 30% of ourselves, right? And they'll still love us unconditionally, be there for us, give us everything that they got. They give us 100%, right? They give us every little piece, every little part of them without question. And I always ask myself, and this goes to me, like I said, I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking straight about me. I always ask myself, if I was capable of giving a woman 100% of me, the way that she would want to be loved, what would my relationships have been like over the years? What type of women could I have had and built something good with and cultivated something great with if I was able to give more than just 30%? And truth be told, let's just be honest, and I'm even being generous by saying 30% for most of us, man. It's more like 15% down to 10%, you know. But soon as we decide that, we want to give more than 30% and we want to try to go all in, then we get shamed from our friends. Oh, you want to go get married? Oh, she got him whipped. We never ever say congratulations, I'm happy for you, and truly mean it. Because most men, when they get married, you know, everybody say, oh, you're getting a ball and chain. Some of your friends never ever really truly be happy for you because they feel, oh, you settled down. You ain't gonna be able to run the streets with us anymore. You ain't gonna be able to do this. You ain't gonna be able to go out to the strip clubs. You ain't gonna be able to do all of these things. Instead of saying, I'm happy for you that you found somebody that make your life complete. I'm happy for you that you found that light in this dark ass world that gives you hope. It's that beacon for you to say that love can exist and love is there and love is real. So love is not complicated, people. The people that's looking for love is complicated. Because if I was able to give a woman 100% of me the way a woman gave 100% to me, it's so rare and it's so foreign that, truth be told, and I'm probably as smart as they come, but my brain can't even fathom what it would be like to give 100% of myself to a woman. And you know why that is? It's because right from the beginning, the way I was taught and raised and to look at a woman was flawed. So it goes back to that base education that I say. That now that you know, yeah, it's a legitimate excuse. The way I was taught to love women and care women, it was flawed. And let's just be honest, where I grew up at, and I'm not saying this for everybody, and I'm not trying to use this as an excuse and use this as a crutch or anything like that, but I'm just trying to tell you where I grew up at. There was not one single case of a man in a household with a woman being productive, loving her, being there for her, going to work and doing things to make me say, wow, this is how a relationship should be. This is how, an example, the blueprint of how a man should love a woman. And I'm just trying to tell you that I got the very opposite of that. Everything I was ever taught was how to get over on the women, how to get as many women as you can, how to get as many notches on your belt. And never, ever one time did anybody that was teaching me anything about women mention love. And even if they did mention love, what was mentioned right after the word love was sucker. You're a sucker if you fall in love. Now, fast forward that to now that I'm an adult. And now that I just told you guys that once you realize what your issues are, once you realize that you can't keep using all these mental blocks that makes you emotionally unavailable to women, now that you know what? That's the age-old question. Now that you know what the problem is, what are you going to do toward the solution to fix you not being what you need to be for a woman, so you can potentially open up yourself, and instead of giving her that 10 to 30%, give her 100%. And most women would tell you that 100% is just stretching it. It's almost like chasing a magical unicorn, that they could never get to 100%. A lot of them would take 60 if they can get it, you know, and which is, and I truly understand that a lot of them would take 60, because if someone has been consistently giving you 30 and they're giving you 60 now, that's double what they've been giving you. And chances are you'd probably take that, because that 60% is still double the amount of what the man was originally giving you. So I'm just saying that love is definitely not complicated. It's the people that's looking for love, searching for love, or making excuses about love that's complicated. Because if you was to give 100% to a woman, where you say, you coming into this relationship, I'm going to tell no lies, I'm going to play no games, I'm going to be a straight shooter, I'm going to be affectionate, I'm going to be there for her mentally, physically, emotionally, and do all the things that she would do for you. Make it where she feel like she truly has a partner in life. Make it feel like she truly has someone that she can count on. Make it feel like she truly has someone that have her back no matter what. No matter what goes on in her life, she can come to you, tell you without fear of retribution, without fear of that you're going to put her down or break her down or tear her down. And you're going to say, baby, that's messed up, but we're going to get through it together. What would your life be like if you felt that you could give a woman 100%? And the thing about it is that us guys, when it comes to love, you know, we are capable of love. We are very capable of it, because we find love in the most weird places. We'll be really loving of our kids. We'll be really loving of our cars, of our video games, of our lawn, you know, things that men put extra care and extra pride in. We'll take care of our lawn better than we do our women. You would not neglect your lawn. You would not let it turn brown. You would not let weeds get all in it. You know, you would not let the grass get over a certain length. But all these things that you wouldn't let happen to your yard, you will let happen to your women. You will let her feel insecure about you loving her. You'll let her feel like she's not beautiful, she's not pretty. You'll let her feel like you don't care. You'll let her feel like that if she decide to walk out the door today, that it will be all right with you. And the only time that we want to care is when somebody else has decided to show that woman some interest, show that woman that she is worth it, show that woman that they feel like they want her, they desire her. And that's the one time we want to get off our ass and we want to act like that we care. And a lot of times by that time, it's too late, guys. It's too late, because she's already made up her mind that she want to feel loved. She want to feel companionship. She want to feel like someone has her back. She want to feel like someone care about her long before it get to that point where you acting an ass. And it's not because you love her. You only doing this because you feel like you don't want nobody else messing with your prized possession. And that's the irony to it all, our prized possession, right? You really mean possession, because if she was your prized possession, you wouldn't have never let it get to the point where it's all in dire straits. You know, you would never let it get to the point where your relationship is in jeopardy and she's feeling neglected. Because once a woman starts to feel neglected, starting to feel like you don't care, it don't even have to be a guy who's making a lot of money. It don't even have to be a guy who's, you know, drop dead gorgeous, drop dead, you know, handsome. It just has to be the guy that's paying attention and making her feel special, making her feel a certain way. It kind of reminds you of something, huh? Kind of reminds you of how you used to be until you got comfortable, right? Kind of reminds you of all the things that, you know, why the reason why she fell in love with you, right? Until you comfortable, right? So I say to you guys again, love is not complicated. It's the people that's searching for love that's complicated. Because in the big scheme of things, love hasn't changed. Once again, we have just lost the ability to truly recognize what's really love. Because right now we got love imposters, like, with the fake perfumes and the great value food and stuff like that, knockoff brand of love. And it's operating under the moniker of dysfunction, because we've, as a society, has lost the ability to recognize love. We calling every little thing that's kind of close to love, love. We calling saccharin love, when saccharin ain't sugar, So we just have lost that ability. And don't get me wrong, sometimes dysfunction makes certain people do right. Not because they love you, but because they're dysfunctional and they have to act up on a certain way, because the dysfunction requires that they act a certain way. You'll have a guy that'll tell you that, hey, look, dysfunction says that as a man, I should pay the bills, I should take care of the household, I should do everything that keeps you in this house, right? But what's the purpose of being in a house with somebody and you still feel alone? That person still feel alone. You're there, you're taking care of all the bills, you're doing all the surface stuff that a man should do. But what about all the emotional stuff? What about the bond building, the connections? What about all the things that make two people intertwine as far as their souls go? Yeah, you're taking care of the bills, you're doing all the stuff on the surface that a man's supposed to do. But what about emotionally catering to your woman, tending to your woman, making sure that she got everything that she needs from a standpoint? That way, no matter what type of game, line, another person come with, another man come with, it's nothing he could do to penetrate that armor, because y'all bond is so strong. But when the bond is not strong, it don't take much for someone to come along and get to knocking on the armor until they find a chink in it. Don't leave it up to that, fellas. Don't leave it up to that. Don't be like me, Don't leave it to where somebody come and knock and they find a chink in your woman's armor. Because if you neglect her from an emotional standpoint, there are gonna be soft spots starting to form in her armor, and someone's gonna keep knocking until they find her. And you're going to be shocked at how easily, because she wants love, she wants companionship, she wants someone to give a damn, how easily she might just open up the door and invite them in. So I don't want to hear no more BS about love is complicated. It's the people that's looking for love that's complicated, because love is beautiful and simple in its purest form.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Hi, this is Clifford English, your host and producer of The Gospel Train. Join me every Sunday right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. You will be encouraged, you will be equipped, you will be educated, you will be entertained, all while hearing the best in gospel music. Don't miss your connection with the Gospel Train right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's so Z. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's so Z. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist, Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin P. Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela!
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation is when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Right now, Beat Break Radio is taking it to the streets to find out what's happening in your city.
I Am Beautiful proudly presents its 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam. This mother-daughter mentor retreat is designed to transform young girls ages 8 to 18 years old into becoming productive people. The retreat will also help mothers, guardians, and daughters build better relationships with each other through a series of fun activities and discussions, such as the dangers of bullying, the power of social media, and setting future goals. Membership is not required to participate and spaces are limited. The 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam will begin on Saturday, January 13th through Sunday, January 14th, 2018. Participants are encouraged to check in at 1 p.m. The location for the Pink Pajama Jam will take place at Lake Lanier Island Legacy Lounge. The address is 7000 Lanier Islands Parkway, Buford, Georgia, 30518. For more registration details, call 404-545-9051 or visit the website iambeautiful.org. We're always taking it to the streets on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Previously on the Beat Break Show.
We got the homie AJ in the building. AJ, I can see you being in the White House.
I mean, I would love to. Yeah, I didn't want to say myself, but yeah, I would love to go to the White House and sit down.
Let me set the stage out. I'm gonna pretend I'm President Obama and you AJ. All right?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Wait for it. Okay. So AJ.
Yeah.
So what does AJ stand for? Apple Jacks? Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's AXJ, AJ. It's what all my friends and family call me. Go by AJ. So and the X is in there. It's just for leaving my own mark while I'm here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Would you listen to my project, The Light Bulb Moment? Would you take it a listen?
I got my copy right here.
You got your copy?
Yeah, me and Michelle were gonna bump to it.
Please do, and I want you to hit me up and tell me what you like too about that.
Definitely.
The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com. When it comes to hip hop,
Don't stop.
R&B, and talk radio, no one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM.
This portion of Beat Break Radio is only suitable for mature audiences and not suitable for young audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All right, guys, we're back from the break, and I would like to welcome you inside the Random Select Podcast. It's the podcast that's all about thought-provoking talk right here on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where talk and music lives. I just want to remind you guys that if you missed the show, you can always catch it on demand on the Beat Break mobile app. Download that. Some neat little things to help you stay updated on the shows. You can also go to beatbreakradiofm.com. It'll be links up there to get you to different apps so you can enjoy the show. Hopefully right now you're listening to us live on TuneIn Radio. And also, guys, don't forget to tune in to the Beat Break Morning Show. And don't forget to catch the D Hill Show. And don't forget to get on board the Gospel Train as well. So much original content coming from Beat Break 87 FM, guys. So keep it locked. And today I want to talk to you guys about that age-old question between men and women. Can a man and a woman have casual sex and still remain friends? Still keep it platonic. Still keep it to a certain level where there's no expectations on either party, on each part. Keep it where there's no feelings involved. Keep it strictly above water. Can this be done? Can two people, a man and a woman who are been buddies, pals, best of friends, maybe even since they was young, get together, have casual sex, and it just stay right there as casual sex? You Yeah, I want to talk about that because I feel that people say it could be done, and I truly feel that it can't be done. And a lot of people say, no, it can't be done because sex is one of those personal, intimate things that shared by two people who have a connection. Well, ultimately, that's probably what sex was intended to be. A very personal thing that's meant for two people to share on a connecting type level. But in today's world, let's face it, it is so far from that. You know, where two people connect and they say, "Oh, I'm into you," and I'm not saying that it isn't that way, and I'm not saying that it shouldn't be that way. I'm just saying it seems like the majority of the cases, sex is just a casual thing that two people kind of get together and do, or two people kind of get together and have an understanding that for financial gain, I'll give you this physical sex, you know. Sorry about that. I'll give you physical sex. But I'm just talking about, let's just assuming that everything is normal. Everything is on the up and up. And two people are just strictly friends and everything is kind of going okay. And they're just dealing with each other. Can they do it? Sex, I mean. Can they have sex and still remain casual friends? I wonder, you know. And it's one of them type of situations where I wish I had, you know, more people to kind of debate this with me and talk about it, you know, to have varying points of view. But since it's just little old me, then that's all we got is little old me opinions, my opinions. But I'm saying this to the standpoint where I think it could be done, but it just depends on the two people, you know. I think it could be done, but it has to be two people with the right mindset. And it has to be two people that come to some type of conclusion that when we find someone or we find someone that makes us happy outside of me and you in this physical thing, we cut this off completely and 100%. Because the problem is that two men and a woman, that a man and a woman that's friends, can have sex, but one or the other tends to want to keep it going even when you decided that you found someone that makes you happy. Y'all feel that because this is y'all thing, this is what y'all do on a regular basis, y'all can get together every so often and casually have sex. And then now you're trying to sell that to the person that you're in a relationship with. And I'm just telling, from a man's standpoint, it's hard to sell that to a woman, saying, hey, we go way back, you know, and that's my friend, we've been friends forever. That may be true. You and that person may have been friends forever. But sometimes when women come into a situation and they could feel, especially if they kind of, you and the woman kind of close, she could feel when something not quite right between you and another woman. No matter how much you try to downplay it, no matter how much you try to sell it that you guys are just best friends and that's all it will ever be, is just friends, she can feel a little something there from the way that the woman looks at her, from the way that the woman acts, or just a vibe that a woman gets. And sometimes it could be wrong, but I'm here to tell you my personal experience. Sometimes the women are right. And sometimes when you're trying to casually have sex with a friend, you got to know that line to cut it off. You got to say, whenever I'm thinking I'm about to date someone or I'm getting involved in a serious situation, hey, it got to be cut off. You know, y'all got to sit down and have real talks about this. That's why I say it takes two people, two right type of people to make this work. Now, ultimately, people always say, you know, that the person you end up falling in love with, right? Or the person that's end up being someone that you end up dating and stuff. They always saying, I want my girlfriend, I want my boyfriend, I want my husband, I want my wife to be my best friend. Well, that's kind of where it starts. Casual sex with your friend, you know. You say that's like your friend, and sometimes that might be your best friend, and that's kind of where it starts. The one person who kind of knows you, and the one person who kind of knows your quirks and kind of know how you act, kind of know what type of woman you are or man you are. The worst feeling in the world is to be around a woman who's been in your life for years, and you've seen her go through all type of ups and downs, or she's seen you go through all type of ups and downs when it comes to men and women, right? You've seen her go through man after man after man and saying there's no good man, saying that I can't find a man who's this and I can't find a man who's that, and the whole time she's describing you. But because y'all are so close and because y'all are friends, she can't even realize that she's describing you because it never kind of crossed her mind. And, she never thought about that. Maybe I should give you a chance because she just see you as that quote-unquote friend, that quote-unquote, I see you like a brother. Which, by the way, men, that's almost like the kiss of death when a woman tells you that she sees you like your brother. But to a certain point, as the person who's hearing that in the back of your mind, you got to start to think, wait a minute, is she totally not paying attention? Is he totally not paying attention to how we interact? Everything that they just named, saying that they can't find, they have it right here in me. Everything that I claim that I can't find, I got it right there in her. So sometimes it builds a little animosity, a little anxiousness between the people because you're starting to think that, how does she see me? Because she says she can't find a good man, but I'm right here. I've been nothing but good for her. I've been there, had her back. I've done all type of stuff for her. But, she's saying that she can't find a good man. So now it builds a little, I don't want to say tension, but it builds a little friction where you starting to analyze and hear every word that she's saying. And so now you starting to feel like, okay, I need to try to make myself be known. I need to try to make a move or something like that because she is not recognizing that I'm that type of person. And so that's where the thoughts originally first creep into your mind, is that maybe me and her could sleep together. Maybe I could be with her, or maybe we could casually whatever, because until you find somebody, I could be that bed warmer. I could be that bed filler until you find somebody, which always makes me ask this question. How does that work? While you're out looking for someone and you're going out on dates, and when you just feel like you want to get your rocks off, you just call me up and then we kind of just do it, and then that's it, right? That's the way that works. That's how that pops off. Because I'm trying to think, in my younger days, if someone called you over just for casual sex, you'd be like, hell yes, I'm with it. Let's go. Where do I need to be? What time do I need to be there? And do I need to bring anything besides my loving, charming personality? But as you get older, you starting to think that I don't want to be anybody's standby. I don't want to be anybody's side piece, because now you got to look at a lot of things going on. Like, look at the Usher thing with the herpes and the STDs and all this stuff. Now you got to start trying to narrow down who you trying to be with, because it's a matter of life and death now. It's a matter of, if you being casual, even my casual, acting, my casual being has to have some type of rules, has to have some type of regulations. Because if I'm just letting you go out doing what you want to do, you just letting me go out doing what I want to do, and then we kind of somewhere meet in the middle, is that the very definition of an open relationship? We're no longer just a male and a woman being friends, sleeping with each other. We're in a traditional, quote unquote, open relationship. I mean, you can call it what you want, but that's exactly what it is. Because now you really got to narrow down who you dealing with, who you messing with. Because God forbid, if anything ever goes sideways or get twisted, you want to be able to narrow down what happened to you and where it came from. I don't want to be sitting somewhere on a bed, sitting somewhere at the doctor's office trying to figure out through my mental Rolodex who in the hell I've been with, who I've been screwing, who I've been fucking. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to tell. And I know that's contradictory to, the way men's philosophy are. And I'm not trying to tell you I've always been this way in my life. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to come over here and say, oh, I'm holier than thou. And I'm not trying to judge or throw stones. I'm just trying to tell you, at the older I got, it all came into focus for me. It makes me understand that sometimes you have to be very careful of who you playing with and the games that you play and the people that you keep in your true inner circle. Because sometimes when you're wide open and you're going from place to place and you're doing things, it's hard to narrow down when it's all fun, when it's good. But when things go sideways, that's when you really realize that you've been too far out there, that you've been doing too much, you've been doing the most, and you need to try to rein it in, will it in, because it could get crazy at times, so that's why I say I don't want to make it seem like I'm judging. I don't want to make it seem like that I'm holier than thou. I'm just got a little age on me now, and I can understand that the things I used to do in my 20s is not necessarily was right, not necessarily what should have been going on, but because you're young and you're trying to have fun, it just seems good. You know, you don't understand the ramifications of it. And I really think, and I hate to bring God into this, but I really think God does this for a reason. I really think God only opened up your mind in stages for a reason. Because if he gave it all to you right then and there, it would kind of be no fun to life. If you knew everything you had to know about life at 15, you wouldn't have nothing to look forward to. You would be an old man at 15. And the beautiful part about getting old is becoming wise. Now, you could keep the physical stuff to getting old, having back pains and knee troubles and all that stuff. You can keep that. But the beautiful thing about it is that your mind works so beautifully. Your mind functions so pristine and so precise. You could think 5 steps ahead of stuff and make decisions at an incredible rapid rate. That's the beautiful part about getting older, which brings me back to this. Can a man and a woman just have casual sex with no strings attached, no repercussions, and still just be friends? Can they? Because like I know that if it's a woman that's worth her weight in gold, if it's a woman that's halfway decent, and I'm just saying just average woman, at some point she's not going to want to keep giving her body and investing her time, and at some point investing her soul into something that she knows is just casual and never amount to nothing. Because ultimately, out of a situation like that, 90% of the time, not all the time, I did leave a little 10% room in there, but 90% of the time, it's mostly men who benefit from a casual encounter, because you guys' body is just not set up and built to enjoy sex the way we enjoy sex. Don't get me wrong, you got some women out there that thoroughly enjoys it. They would like to do it on a regular basis, and I'm not knocking that, because that's a normal, basic human function. But you guys like it from a mental, I love you, be there for me, care for me standpoint. For us, it's strictly, most majority of the time, just a physical thing. That's why most times, most women are trying their best to say, baby, don't come, baby, don't bust, because I want to be able to get me too. Because us men, we'll bust, we'll come, and we'll go on about our business and leave you sitting there frustrated and disgusted, and hence the name Minute Man. So, that's why it's hard for me to believe that over a certain amount of time that a woman would not want to try to either take it further or would just cut it off, because she know that deep down inside she started to develop feelings for you. And over time, it's not, as men, we don't look at it from the emotional standpoint. We look at it from the physical standpoint. If you telling us you were falling in love with somebody else, we'll say, all right, well, then it was a good run, but whatnot. But if we called you up and you say that, hey, I was thinking we should hang out, get together, do that thing that we do our little thing. You say, yeah, that's cool. What about on Thursday? Because right now I got another little thing that I do with another guy. So from that standpoint, that's what would piss us off. That's what would get our blood boiling, because a lot of us cannot stand the thought to think that something that we consider to be ours could be out there parlaying and playing around with another person. See, as long as we doing the fuckery and the shenanigans, everything is A-okay, everything is pristine, everything is just right, buddy. But as soon as we become the butt of the joke, or we feel that somebody is trying to pull some on us and some shenanigans on us, oh hell no, then there's a problem. So it just depends on the two type of people that's doing the casual sex and still trying to remain friends. And I'm telling you guys that it could be done. But if you know that you're the jealous type, don't even attempt to go down this road. If you know that you're the type that's looking for love and you like feelings and you want someone to share moments with in life, don't go down this road. If you're the type of person where you know that you want someone to go to the park with, someone to take you to the doctor, someone to go to the movies, someone just to share all these little moments with, don't go down this road. And if you're the type of man that's possessive and can't stand the thought that no matter who you're dealing with, whether she's your woman or she's your booty call side chick or whatever, can't stand the thought of her being with another dude, don't go down this road. But if you're that type of person, if you're truly free and you're truly open and truly don't give a damn about who that other person is with, then maybe it could be for you. And as the woman, if you feel the same way, just truly don't give a damn about the shenanigans, don't give a damn about Korea involved, don't give a damn about who he's with and who he's doing it with, and if they're safe and if they're protected and things of that nature, then by all means go down this particular road. But people will say, okay, well, if y'all are friends, you would know that if they're safe or not, y'all friends. Let me just tell you something about that right now. Until you really get to know somebody, you don't know what somebody's sexual tendencies and habits are until you get to know what their sexual tendencies and habits are. Because some people are lazy when it comes to sex. If it's there, they gonna hit it whether they got a condom or not. Because they want it, because they've been overtaken by the moment. Where they say give in to the moment, they've given in to the moment. You don't know. You don't know if this guy's contracted herpes, any type of other STD over the past, and will be honest and forthcoming with you about it. You don't know. Same for the women. You don't know what type of person you're dealing with until it's too late. Get what I'm saying? You don't know who you're dealing with until it's too late. So take all this into consideration the next time when someone say, hey, try to get you to go into a casual relationship and say we could still be friends. Because sometimes it's not just the physical part of being the sex. It's a lot of other stuff that comes with that. It's a lot of other things, collateral things that come with that. And you got to ask yourself, are you willing to deal with it? And if you are, then by all means, adults, grown people, you're grown-ass people, go for it. But if you know that you can hold out for something better and you know that you deserve something better, don't go down this road. All right, guys, we're up against the break. We're going to leave that right there. And it's just to say, and I think men and women can have a casual sexual relationships. It just depends on the two type of people that's involved in that particular relationship. But remember, keep it grown, keep it sexy, keep it honest, people. I just want to let you know, coming up on tomorrow's show, we're going to be sitting in, actually we're going to have Carlotta sitting in. We're going to be talking to her about some of the blogs that she do. You can follow her on Facebook at Carlotta's Blogs and Blogs. She's going to be sitting in with me the whole show. We're going to get into one of her blogs, and she's going to break it down and explain it to us and just let us know how she gets deep into some of these blogs and some of the stuff that she writes. I'm telling you, women, it's amazing how she channels some of her inner pain, her inner hurt, and put it back out to the world. So maybe someone else who's going through that, some other young lady or young woman that's going through that, can kind of understand that she's not alone, that other women have gone through some things too. So we're going to definitely talk about that. We're going to ask her about online dating. We're going to ask her how she feel about interracial couples, things of that nature. We saw a thing going Facebook. It showed like 30 prominent Hollywood people or actors, entertainers, and athletes that were dating white women. And to let you guys know in advance, she feels some type of way about that. But we're going to get into all of that on tomorrow's show. But we're going right into the break now. You're listening to the Random Select podcast right here on Atlanta's new underground radio station, Beat Break 87 FM, where talk and music lives.
This is Atlanta's new underground station.
How you doing? This is Wood Harris.
Hi, this is Jasmine Guy.
What's going on in Atlanta? This is Clifton Powell.
Hey guys, it's Niecy Nash from TV Land's The Soul Man.
This is Cat Williams.
Check this out. This is your boy RL from NEXT.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lunel.
What's up, ATL? It's your girl, Ken of Atlantic Records.
Hi, I'm Taraji P. Henson.
WBS 87 Atlanta, WAEN FM Atlanta, WBHH, and on iHeartRadio, home of the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey, DJ Rollum, and the Wake Up Ladies. Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. Streaming online at BeatBreakRadioFM.com. Download the TuneIn app to hear Beat Break 87 FM on your mobile device and listen to the Beat Break Morning Show. Weekday mornings only on Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
What's up, ATL? Make sure that you check out the D Here Radio Show on Beat Break 87 and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Listen to Beat Break 87 FM on the go. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app from the app marketplace, including Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store. View photos, videos, and Beat Break 87 shows on your mobile device. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app now for free.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist, Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin Keith Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela!
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation is when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high and have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Right now, Beat Break Radio is taking it to the streets to find out what's happening in your city.
I Am Beautiful proudly presents its 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam. This mother-daughter mentor retreat is designed to transform young girls ages 8 to 18 years old into becoming productive people. The retreat will also help mothers, guardians, and daughters build better relationships with each other through a series of fun activities and discussions, such as the dangers of bullying, the power of social media, and setting future goals. Membership is not required to participate, and spaces are limited. The 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam will begin on Saturday, January 13th through Sunday, January 14th, 2018. Participants are encouraged to check in at 1 p.m. The location for the Pink Pajama Jam will take place at Lake Lanier Island Legacy Lounge. The address is 7000 Lanier Islands Parkway, Buford, Georgia, 30518. For more registration details, call 404-545-9051 or visit the website iambeautiful.org. We're always taking it to the streets on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Wake up weekday mornings to the Beat Break Morning Show and nod your head in bed to the 360 Mix Show. Weeknights on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. The views and opinions expressed on this program does not necessarily reflect those of Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Communications, volunteers, staff, and management of Reach One Communications.
This portion of Beat Break Radio is only suitable for mature audiences and not suitable for young audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back from the break. I am your host, Mario, and you're tuned in to the Random Select Podcast, the podcast that's all about thought-provoking talk, right here on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. And, my mom's birthday is coming up January 24th. My mom passed away about 6 or 7 years ago. That's not one of them things that I like to keep up with. But every year about this time, I started to think about how she so loved celebrating her birthday. You know, she loved to hang out with her friends, and they would drink and play cards and dominoes. And I've said this on previous podcasts that ever since my mom passed, I swear this world seems a little dimmer. And she had cancer, you know, and that's why I'm a adamant supporter of anybody that's trying to do away with cancer. You know, cancer is one of those diseases where I swear it's taking all our earth angels way too soon, you know. So if you're out there and you know somebody going through cancer, please try to support them. Try to be there for them, because I saw my mom just wither away to nothing. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, to see your mom go from a vibrant, happy, full of energy person, love life, love to laugh, to could barely walk, could barely stand, lose all her hair. You know, go from, 150 something pounds to 92 pounds, you know. So it's one of them type of things that got me thinking about this time of the year. You know, I'm getting to the point now where I'm in my 40s, and in your 40s, half the people that you grew up with shouldn't be dead. You know, more than half. And a lot of them died from cancer and a lot of other things. But I can remember sitting on my mom's and auntie porch. And my auntie, you know, she was a bootlegger. She sold liquor and beer on the weekends. And if you're from the ATL, you on the east side, Thomasville, Four Seasons, McDonough Heights, you're going to know my auntie Addie. Everybody knew Addie's place. You know, everybody came up to buy beer and stuff like that. And she sold food on the weekends, you know, fish plates and pig ear sandwiches and things like that. Yeah, I'm a Southern boy through and through. Grady baby, born and raised right here in the A, baby. But so many people would be up on her porch. So many people that, you know, I knew as a child in my childhood. And when you think about that, I can close my eyes and see all the people: Helen, Hot Dog, Jesse, my mom, Addie, Willie Mae, Margaret, you know, all these people, and they're all dead. Keith, my auntie's boyfriend, you know, all dead. And it just, you know, puts things in perspective, because my nickname growing up was Boot, right? And everybody that ever called me Boot is dead. I haven't heard anyone call me Boot in years, because there's no one left around to call me Boot, you know? So it's funny that you live your life to a point. You get to a point where you think you got a little success and everything is going good. And the people that you would like to most share it with, or you would like to most tell you that they're proud of you, are not here. They're gone way too soon. And I'm just here to say, well, you got people in your life that you love, that you care about. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you care. Tell somebody that you're proud of. I don't care how hard you are, how you were raised. You say you're from the old school. You're not too old school to give somebody a hug and just look them in the eye and say, I love you. So, and I know a lot of older people say that's not the way we're raised, especially men, but just because you were raised that way doesn't mean that it's right. Tell people that you love them. Tell people that you care about them, because when they're gone, you're going to have all these moments filled with so much regret, so much doubt, you know. And as a grown man, I never thought in a million years that I would find myself shedding tears because I miss my mom, because I was always hard. Mario, don't cry. You know, I was the rock for everybody else. I was the matriarch, the alpha male that held it down and be strong for everybody else. But when you a man and you love your mom and you and your mom have a bond, because my mom was a single parent, not most of my life, all my life. And that's all I've known, was for my mom to hold it down and do what she had to do and make it happen. Like Tupac said on his song, Mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. And was my mom. She made miracles every Thanksgiving, you know, and my auntie, we was in the hood, but we didn't want for anything. You know, I didn't have much of much, but I had love. I had people who cared about me on my side. And sometimes that's enough to make you want to spread the love and care about people when you grow up. You know, that's how I am with my kids. I tell them every day that I love them. I don't want a day to go by that my kids don't hear that I love them, you know, or I don't want anything to happen to me. God forbid I'm in some type of car accident or anything like that. And they can't remember when I told them I loved them. And I definitely don't want that to ever happen. But this time of the year, when my mom's birthday come around, man, Christmas and holidays like that, she so love those, you know, holidays. And it just, you know, sometimes it give you a depressed feeling, but you know that, as they say, she's in a better place. And sometimes you don't even know if that's true, depending on what your faith is, but that's the only thing you got to cling to. That's the only thing you can say at this particular point, is that you hope that they're in a better place, because this world is cold, man. I mean, straight up. I mean, look at some of the current events that happened in 2017. Now that the year's flipped over, all you wonder is, what's the next progression and stupid stuff going on in the world? Because we've seen it all, from people can't even go to a country music concert without being gunned down. Can't go to the nightclub without being gunned down. You know, people trying to detonate bombs all over the place. And think about all the stuff that they've caught that they've never told us about. So you got to also give a big shout out to all the first responders and all those people who work at the CIA and all this, that's kept keeping this country safe, that we don't even have a clue about. So I know the government is not right. And I know you got some police on some forces is not right, but I'm telling you guys, you would rather have those people in place than not have them in place. And just like with anything, you're going to have your good, you're going to have your bad. Yes. Are there some bad cops? Most definitely. Assuredly, there are bad cops. Can some of these cops out here use better training to help deal with some of the situations? Of course. We can always be better at our jobs. Everybody could, you know. Do they need to stop killing us in the streets for no reason? Yeah, they do need to stop killing us in the streets. And there's no excuse for it. There's no reason that some of these people should be acquitted. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying over here, oh, you know, it's all peaches and cream and I'm loving law enforcement. But I don't hate law enforcement either. You know, I know that if I needed 911 for somebody was invading my home or something to protect my family, to protect my kids, or I need an ambulance or something like that, I would like to know that I could pick up the phone and they're there. So, yeah, can some things be changed? Of course they can. But sometimes be really grateful that you have law enforcement there. So it just makes me wonder, where we going in this country? You know, what's really happening? And this one of them ones where it's nothing planned. I'm just talking off my head because, like I said, my mom, you know, was so instrumental in my life. That's all I've known. And I recently, in the last couple of years, reconnected with my father. But my mom, she was that, like the North Star, you know, like back in the days when the slaves look up, if you couldn't pick out nothing else in that sky, you could see that northern star up there, you know, in the sky. And that was my mom. No matter what happened, when I look up, she was there. She was there for me. I could always count on her. I can always find her. And even I feel she be coming to me in my dreams and trying to help guide me, you know, and I talk to her all the time, you know, when I'm listening to music or I hear a song that I know she liked. You know, it just reminds me of my mom. I could close my eyes and see her doing her little dance. You know, like I said, I could close my eyes and see all the people on my aunt's porch, you know, and they're all dead. Way too young. These people died late 50s, early 60s. And it almost makes you wonder, should I be worried when I get around my late 50s, early 60s? Because none of them got to the point where they got a chance to see great grandkids, got nowhere near their 70s. And it makes me wonder, what did they do that I'm doing different? You know, I try to look at whatever living environment they were in, or their food choices, or what they drink, what they smoke, because I just want to beat the odds, you know? So I just wish that everybody could have a mom like I had that always cared about me, always was the first one to tell me the truth about myself. You know, if I was wrong, she'd say, you dead wrong. You know, if I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, you know, she'd say, hey, look, who's going to do this for you? So you need to get up off your ass and do it. You know what I mean? Make it happen. She'd say, you want to play football? You know, you truly want to play football? I'll tell you what, I'll get the money for you. I'll get you the money for the insurance. You can go play football. You know, I didn't have any cleats or anything like that, but somehow she found a way and got it for me. You know, and little things like that I would never, ever forget. And that's what I try to instill in my kids. They live in a society now where they could just hold their hands out, and we got it for them, because time is not as hard for us as it was for our parents. You know, I don't know what my mom got money from to do half the things she did for me, but she made it happen. And I'm always and forever be appreciative of that. I will never, ever lose sight of the fact. And that's why I wish my mom could just be here just to see the type of man I've grown into, you know, cause I'm just to see that smile on her face. And when she used to look at me and say, you did all right for yourself, boot. That was her thing. She would always say, when I do something good, you did all right for yourself. And I just wish I could just hear that one more time, that I did all right for myself, you know? So if you got people out there that you're on the fence about, on the bubble about, that you haven't talked to in a while, but you know that you still love them and they still love you, try to mend those fences, try to reconnect and get back to each other, because one day you're going to receive a phone call that's not the phone call you want to receive, you know, from somebody telling you that that person has passed away and you never fixed it. Don't be that person. I don't care who started it. You be the person to end it, you know, because life is short in this world. When you think about it, this planet been around for us, they know, for millions and millions of years. Now you think about the 70 to 80 years that you might get as opposed to millions. So if you put a timeline on that and stretched it out, you would be a half of a blip of a half of a blip of a blip when it comes to your little 75 to 80 years that you here. Life is way too short to be holding grudges. Life is way too short to be spending it alone. And life is way too short to be petty. Cause I see it every day, you know, where people saying, oh, I don't mess with that person no more. That's your brother. That's your sister. Yeah. Even though some people do wrong, and I'm not saying be foolish and naive. If somebody just keep doing you wrong, then yeah, of course you got to do what you got to do. But when it's something minor, you fix it, you repair it, because that family bond should be strong. That friendship bond should be strong when you got a real friend. And I'm not talking about fake friends. Like, you know, we always like to say on Facebook, everybody's your friend. No, I'm talking about real friends, not people that you just know, not acquaintances. I'm talking about somebody that's been there for you. You and them been through all type of stuff. I got 4 friends in my life right now that we're not brothers by having the same mothers, but I'm telling you that they're my brothers, you know, because we've been through it all. We've been through so much that you just know if push come to shove, they got my back and I got their back, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real, true friendship, not somebody you just met last week. I'm talking about these dudes, these cats I've been knowing since I was 12 years old. And when you been knowing somebody that long and been through all the stuff we've been through, that's your brother, straight up. So getting back to my mom, I mean, I remember one time, and a quick story, guys. I remember one time I was fighting somebody, you know, and I was never a type of person that started stuff, you know, but I remember this guy, he just came out of nowhere and started, fighting me, and he lived over in the Four Seasons, you know, and I lived in, Grand Parkville at Matchdowner Heights, which was right across the street. He came, he just rolled up and he just hit me, you know, hit me in the eye. And I ran through these people's house and I ran home and I told my mom what happened. And she just opened the door and said, stand right there. You know, and I'm like, why are you telling me to stand right there? I'm just telling you somebody hit me in my eye for no reason. I didn't do anything. I didn't start anything. She said, stand right there. And where she was telling me to stand was on the other side of the door. So I stood where she told me to stand. She closed the screen door and said, you better get back out there. Because if you don't fight him now or let him know you at least not scared of him, you're going to be dealing with him for as long as you live in here. And at the time I'm going, but I don't want to fight him. I mean, I don't know why he hit me. I don't know what his deal is, but she said, stand right there, put me on the other side of that door and sent me back out there. And at the time I couldn't get it. I'm like, this woman must not love me, because what if he beat me up? What if he, do something to me? And what if they jump me or something like that? But I went back out there and he was still standing there. So when he went out there, and this is, I don't know how your mom was, but my mom was like this. If you can't beat him, you pick up something and knock the hell out of him. So I went back out there, and on the way there, I saw like a bedpost or something like that, a stick, and I just grabbed the stick. And at this particular point, I got tears coming down my face because, I don't know what I'm about to expect, about to go into, and just my mama just kicked me back out, so I couldn't turn to her my security blanket. And I just went back, walked up on him, and he said, what you gonna do with this stick? I said, if you hit me again, I'm gonna bust you in the head with this stick. So he came toward me, and I don't even know what happened at that particular point, because I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I just closed my eyes and swung as hard as I can. And I hit him dead on the side of the face. Wasn't aiming there, wasn't purpose, and everybody was like, oh, you did that. You hit him. How you hit him right there? And, and to this day, I haven't told anybody. It was just straight luck, cause I was scared as hell. I just closed my eyes and swung. So he got up, got on his moped, rolled off, and I saw him a couple times after that. He never said a word to me after that. He never even attempted to mess with me after that. And I didn't walk around like I'm bad or anything like that. But that's the type of thing that my mom would do, because she told me when I came back in there, did you go back round now? I said, yeah. Now, we lived on a street that was in the back of the apartments. I had to leave my house, walk back down this street, go back into the apartments and handle this. And she just told me, if you be running from people, you're going to be running for the rest of your life. And that's just not to say that you're supposed to go out there and not be afraid of anything, because a little healthy fear keeps you from doing stupid stuff, keeps you from doing dumb things. Some situation you should look at and have a little healthy fear of it. Somebody, you walking at the top of a building, somebody tell you walk on the edge of the building, the ledge of the building. A healthy fear should not let you do that for fear of might falling off the building. So I'm not saying it's a difference between having a healthy fear of something and being a coward towards something, And, like I said on, a previous show, don't let a wishbone be where your backbone should be. And a lot of times I believe in being diplomatic. Let's handle this. Let's talk like men. Let's work this out, because every situation has options to it. Every situation can be solved by you and two people sitting down and coming up with some type of admirable conclusion to it. And then sometimes things can't be worked out. You just go your way and then they go their way, and then that's that. People always think you got to be friends with people. Like when you work with people and stuff like that, y'all gonna be on a hey and bye basis, but it's just in certain ways I don't mess with that type of person. I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm not gonna go out my way not to speak to you. I'll speak, but that's about where that'll stay, So much respect was gained from me towards my mom, because you don't realize the type of lessons that she taught to you while she was here. Yeah, she had some hard ways about her. She just didn't believe in letting anybody get over on you. You know, she just didn't believe in, just you being, you know, cowardly when it comes to certain things, because she couldn't be my father, even though she tried. She couldn't teach me how to be a man. She could just tell me, what qualities that a man could have that she would want her son to have, you know. And for so many nights, I sat around and I was mad and angry all the time because my father wasn't here when the seasons roll around and everybody was going to see their dad and everybody was going away, and they say, Mario, you going to see your dad? And then somebody say, y'all know Mario ain't got no daddy, you know, and everybody laughed and I laughed. But it cut like a knife. It cut deep down inside of me, because the truth of the matter is, at that particular point, I didn't have a dad. Never met him, never knew him, never knew anything about him. But here's the thing. My mama never said anything negative about my father, ever. She always told me, you got a brain like your dad. You like electronics like your dad. Your dad was as smart as all out, though. She would say things like that to me. And I used to be like, why are you saying these things about this man? He may be all that, but you know the one thing he's not? And she would say, what? And I would say, he's not here. So I don't care what qualities he possesses. He's not here. So it just goes to show you that she did her very best to try to take me into manhood. And she did a really good job, I must say. And I'm happy that she stayed around long enough to see me have kids, to see my oldest daughter have a kid. She was around long enough to see her grandchild, which made me feel just so overjoyed, you know. But I remember the day when I got that call and they say she passed. And I've never felt that type of numbness ever. Didn't cry, you know, didn't cry at that moment, because I guess the moment just hadn't hit me yet, you know. So, and, you know, I went up to the hospice care where they had her. The guy said, look, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes with your mom. And the nurse said, if I was you, I wouldn't touch the body. You just never know what the diseases or what germs that the body may have. And I looked at her like she was crazy. I said, ma'am, I am not going to be let the last time I see my mom while I'm standing off to the side and not touch her. So I went over to her and I talked to her. I kissed her on the forehead and told her I will love you and I'll do my best to try to do right by you, because I know you watching me. And she just looked at me like, he must be crazy. No, ma'am, I'm not crazy. That must be love. I love my mom, and I refuse to let this man cover my mom up and wheel her out of here, and I just watched without doing anything. Even though she was gone, I held her hand and I talked to her. And I said, we're going to see each other again, Mom. I didn't even cry. I was strong and I just talked to her, you know. It almost like she was just asleep, you know. But I know she wasn't asleep. And I'm just saying, this time of the year, I just miss my mom, guys. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to go into the break. I want to thank you for letting me talk about my mom. You know, this is Mario. You're listening to the Random Select podcast right here on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where talk and music radio lives.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Hi, this is Clifford English, your host and producer of The Gospel Train. Join me every Sunday right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. You will be encouraged, you will be equipped, you will be educated, you will be entertained, all while hearing the best in gospel music. Don't miss your connection with The Gospel Train right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist, Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin Keith Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela!
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation is when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Right now, Beat Break Radio is taking it to the streets to find out what's happening in your city.
I Am Beautiful proudly presents its 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam. This mother-daughter mentor retreat is designed to transform young girls ages 8 to 18 years old into becoming productive people. The retreat will also help mothers, guardians, and daughters build better relationships with each other through a series of fun activities and discussions, such as the dangers of bullying, the power of social media, and setting future goals. Membership is not required to participate, and spaces are limited. The 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam will begin on Saturday, January 13th through Sunday, January 14th, 2018. Participants are encouraged to check in at 1 p.m. The location for the Pink Pajama Jam will take place at Lake Lanier Island Legacy Lounge. The address is 7000 Lanier Islands Parkway, Buford, Georgia, 30518. For more registration details, call 404-545-9051 or visit the website iambeautiful.org. We're always taking it to the streets on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Previously on the Beat Break Show.
We got the homie AJ in the building. AJ, I can see you being in the White House.
I mean, I would love to. Yeah, I didn't want to say myself, but yeah, I would love to go to the White House and sit down.
Let me set the stage out. I'm gonna pretend I'm President Obama and you AJ. All right?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Wait for it. Okay. AJ.
Yeah.
So what does AJ stand for? Apple Jacks? Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's AXJ, AJ. It's what all my friends and family call me. Go by AJ. So and the X is in there. It's just for leaving my own mark while I'm here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Would you listen to my project, The Lightbulb Moment? Would you take it a listen?
I got my copy right here.
You got your copy?
Yeah, me and Michelle were gonna bump to it.
Please do, and I want you to hit me up and tell me what you like too about that.
Definitely.
The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com. When it comes to hip hop,
Don't stop.
R&B, and talk radio, no one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM.
This portion of Beat Break Radio is only suitable for mature audiences and not suitable for young audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back in. We're in the home stretch of the show. You're listening to the Random Select Podcast. I am your host, Mario, right here on Beat Break 87 FM, Atlanta's new underground station where talk and music radio lives. And today we're going to be talking about the real side chicks of Charlotte. It's been all over the social media world. You know, you've had people like Rihanna and celebrities chime in on it. It's just an indication of where society has gone or where society is going, you know. So we're going to give them a chance to introduce themselves and give you some insight as to how they think it. And I'll just chime in after each little clip, after each, little video, and we'll go from there. So let's get right into it. And you guys leave some comments and let me know how you feeling about this. I'm pretty sure you guys seen this already. I'm just putting my own little spin on it. And, we're gonna get it cracking just like that. You know what I mean? So here we go. Let's hear what they got to say.
We got the ladies in the building. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Shador Blackwell. I'm Lynette. I'm Storm. I'm Bricks.
All right.
Brittany Bricks.
Brittany Bricks. With 3 X's.
3 X's.
3 X's. So start it off. So Brittany Bricks with the 3 X's. What them 3 X's mean, though?
Premium Snapchat.
Premium Snapchat. Okay. All right. I heard premium Snatch Chat.
Now, see, right from the get-go, because he already figured that they side chicks, he could say stuff like, I heard that it stands for Premium Snatch Chat. You know what I mean? If that was a person that he felt was an upstanding person or someone that he automatically felt that deserves respect, he would never make a joke like that. And I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? If a man respects a woman, he'll take some time to get to know her, and especially if he respect where she comes from. But because he feel that she already is on a low level or doing something that he don't agree with or don't deserve her respect, he'll make jokes like that. Because you would never meet nobody for the first time, man, woman, child, anyone, and make a joke like I heard they call it Snatch Chat. You know what I mean? So that lets you know right there that she is not even worthy of his respect, So that's pretty much how this thing starts off. It subconsciously, without them even realizing, he just don't give them respect. So let's see what happens next, people.
I want to ask you all, why do you all want to be known as side chicks?
It's not so really much as what we want to be known as. It's just that's how it goes. Like, you might look at it as a side chick, but I look at it as a main chick as well, because I'm getting the same treatment as you. So we can go sideways, left, up, down. So we can do all kind of side of a chick. But if I'm getting the same treatment, it's not really the same qualifications of what you would call a side chick, because you just don't like it because it's our man.
Wow. She said it's our man. It's not your man. It's not her man. It's you guys' man. And let's face it, that side chick, and I did a podcast about this, last year sometime, and I told y'all why, the side chick is winning. And I explained that this is where this was headed to, because you have a certain type of woman, not all women. You have a certain type of woman that don't mind playing her role, that don't mind being a side chick, that is comfortable with being a side chick. Now, I don't know if that's low self-esteem, low self-confidence, or don't know self-worth or anything like that, but she has resided herself to being someone's side chick or number two, and never could get what the person who being number one is. But you let these chicks tell it, they get just as much as the main chick does, and maybe even treated better, So when you got a particular type of woman that don't mind being a side chick, I mean, where do you go from there? All right, let's keep it moving.
There are women that are like, you all are home wreckers. You all are tearing up families and happy houses. How do you all feel about that?
I mean, it's not that we're tearing up homes or that we're tearing up, happy houses or whatever you want to call it. It's just at the end of the day, are you doing what you're supposed to do for your man?
Right.
You know? Are you doing what you're supposed to do to keep him?
Right. Why should we be called the side chicks when your man is the one coming to us? We're not going after him. He's the one coming to us.
And there we have it. The age old that you women, if we're doing what you were supposed to do, you would keep your man. And we know that over time and over the years, that's not true. If a man has a propensity to cheat, he's going to cheat. These are just reasons and excuses that they're using to be side chicks. This is something that they're using to say that I feel like I'm better than you because he's coming over here to choose me. And for the ladies, that's the main chick that's getting cheated on and like that, you shouldn't feel no particular way about this particular woman because her whole claim to fame is that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. When me as a man know that you could be the perfect woman, you could be cooking, you could be cleaning, you could be taking care of the kids, you could make sure all his clothes are washed, clean, and ironed, and he still will cheat if he just has a propensity for that. And I'm not saying that every man cheat. No, I'm just saying that some men, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the conditions is, they're gonna cheat no matter what. So don't let any woman like this diminish you or tell you that you ain't doing what you're supposed to do at home because they want to, be a side chick and just tell you you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So, I mean, just don't fall for that. All right, let's keep it moving.
I'm gonna start with you, Brittany Bricks with 3 X's. What are you planning on gaining from the show?
Okay, first of all, there's no such thing as a side chick. He has you, he has me, and we're all in this together. So you can take it how you want. And I hope to gain nothing but positive things out of this, so stay tuned.
It's different hustles. It's different ways to get your money. It's all about just bringing you into our lifestyle and just showing you what goes on in our everyday to day life. It's either you gonna like it or you not.
Do the ladies in the room, do you all want relationships, like one-on-one monogamous relationships?
No.
Honestly, no. I've been there. I've done that. I'm tired. Like, it is what it is. Just, I feel like, pay my bills, do what you gotta do. You want something from me, I want something from you. Like, and that's all it's gonna be. I mean, I don't want the relationship. You can have that.
I'd rather not deal with the obligations or the responsibilities of, quote unquote, being the main chick. Like, I'm cool with the title of the side chick. Like, I'm cool with not having to deal with the extra, I call you, you call me, not on the same time, blowing up my phone. Like, we good.
Well, right now, I don't feel like there's anybody worthy of being in a relationship with me.
Wow.
So, until then, I'm going to continue to play my side chick role and do what I do, get what I get out of it.
Play your part.
And just play my part. Yeah, I enjoy this part. Like, I've been in a relationship before, and I've gotten played before, and there's been a side chick, so why would I want to go through that again, knowing what I'm worth? I might as well just do what she did and come up a little bit, and have fun with it.
So you'd rather do that to somebody else because you went through it?
I mean, it's not necessarily doing
it's like a revolving door. It's always going to keep going. There's always going to be a side chick. You're a side chick. I'm a side chick. We're all side chicks. There's no such thing as a real side chick.
Wow. Let me ask you women a question. In your hearts of heart, do you really believe that those women don't want someone to call their own? Someone that could be in their corner, to have their back no matter what? You don't want someone who feel like they only coming through because they gaining something from it. You want someone who's going to be loyal to you and committed to you no matter what. Thick and thin, good, bad, ugly, fat, thin, ugly, pretty. You want someone who's going to be there for you. Because at some point, you're going to be physically past the point where you're going to be someone's side chick. And when you can no longer wrangle them in and be that, physical bait, what then? I mean, you can't tell me that as a woman, as a God-given natural producer and giving back to the world, the queen of this land, of this earth, you can't tell me that you don't want someone for yourself, want someone for you. So I don't believe that. I mean, that may be the way you're feeling for now, but I promise you, side chicken won't last forever. At some point, you're going to want to do something else. At some point, you're going to want somebody who's there for you and you could be there for, and y'all can have something good together to build. You know, how long you think you could do this? I just think that's a lie. You want somebody to be there for you. You might not want to be in a relationship, but you want one dependable person that when the chips are down, they got your back. All right, let's keep it moving.
Let me ask y'all as side chicks, what are some of the things that y'all have occurred as side chicks? Like, what are some of the gifts that comes with being a side chick?
Oh, baby, getting that rent paid, your car payment paid, baby, you name it. Like, you name it. We need all that. Let me get that.
New bags.
That's all it's about.
Nice
Like, that's all it's about, really. That's all it's about.
So let me get this straight. So I heard bags, rent, jewelry, trips. So you pretty much compromising your morality, compromising who you are, you know what I'm saying? Your body's supposed to be the temple, and you constantly letting just these dudes have their way with you for bags, rent, not mortgage, but rent. Which means you don't even own where you're at. For bags, rent, jewelry, and trips. This is what you side chicken for. Stuff that you could potentially get for yourself or could potentially enjoy better with someone who you know really loves you. Because the bottom line is this. Some of you women out there that's potential side chicks been the side chick to a dude who has been through 3 or 4 different real relationships and you still the side chick, which kind of lets you know where you stand. If a dude tells you that, oh no, I'm not with her anymore, and you still the side chick, oh, I'm not with her anymore, he tells you this 2 or 3 times, you really got to put things in perspective, saying that that's all you will ever be. That's all you will ever amount to be, is the side chick. You know? So I don't know. Let's keep it moving, man. This is wild. This is crazy.
Are you all the only side chick to your man? Can he have multiple side chicks? And are you all worried about that, or are you like, no, I'm the only side chick?
And like, what are the side chick requirements?
First of all, my man is not my man. Your man is not your man. So at the end of the day, like, these men are for everybody.
Fair game.
And when you understand that, like, you will be an eye opener as a main chick. You feel me? Like, open up your eyes. Like, I don't understand. There's no way I'm finna sit in the house all day by myself, tend the kids, do housework. There's no way. There's no way. Just call me when you want it. I'm gonna call you when I need that bread. And it is what it is.
Just for you to have been out with me, laid up with me,
cut the check
for 2 hours, and you done gave me $800.
Wow. I mean, I guess if you're being totally honest, I mean, $800 for maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours of work, that ain't a bad gig. I mean, yeah, you know, throwing your morality out the window, you know, you lowering your self-worth, your self-esteem, and, you know, you just becoming maybe the type of person that you wouldn't want your son or daughter to aspire to be. But in the meantime and in the short term, hell, you making $800 for 2 hours. So an 8-hour shift, you making more money than most people make with degrees. So, hell, maybe where do I apply to be a side dude? Because if I could get $800, you know, for 2 hours of just maybe pleasing some cool girl or something, I don't know. You have to really, really think about it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you have to deal with, but if they making money like that, $800 for every 2 hours, I mean, and you got maybe multiple side chick guys that coming through, I mean, that's good. But the problem I got with this is she says that these guys are open game and they're fair for any women. And the quicker that main chick wrap her head around the fact that you're sharing your guy and you should be cool with the fact that you're sharing your guy, the quicker that things will be better for you. The quicker that your life will get kind of in order and everything will just flow, knowing that you could never have a monogamous relationship with a man that's supposed to be your protector, the guy who's supposed to provide for you, the guy who's supposed to be the father to your children. He could never truly be yours. I mean, so if you're willing to put up with that, women, that side chicken could be in your future. I'm just saying. All right, let's move on. Let's see what happened. I mean, this is good. I mean, wow. What are you gonna say? I mean, this is their philosophy. This is how they feel. So you can't knock it.
What are the side chick requirements? Like, what are you required to do as a side chick? And what are the qualifications? How do you become a side chick? Like, what are the qualifications?
As a side chick, you're required to be the fun one. You can't. You're not going to sit there arguing with him. He don't want to hear that. He hears enough of that when he's at home. I'm not about to sit here and question him and no. We're going to have fun. We're going to go out. We're going to get some drinks. We're going to party. You know what comes after that. But I mean, it's all fun. It's not like you're required not to run your mouth to the whole fucking world. That's a requirement. Don't tell everybody. Like,
but isn't that what y'all are doing?
I mean, so?
Yeah, I was thinking that isn't that part of the quote unquote agreement for side chicks is not to run your mouth? Not to let no one know. And I know most of them girls up on in that radio station right there probably can't spell the word anonymity. But it is a such word, and maybe someone should explain to them the terms of it. But look at what she said. So men, these are the type of women that you're dealing with that's willing to tear down what you think you've got. You know, as they say, the quote unquote, mess up your happy home. But let's face it, fellas, how happy can it really be if you're out there taking on side chicks from the get-go? So stop that talking about happy home. And women, stop all that crap talking about these women are coming in breaking up your happy home. Because if your men are choosing them, like they said, your home is not that happy. It might be happy to you. But ultimately, if he doing you like this, then he's not happy. And even if he is happy, some men are just going to cheat. So that's just the bottom line. So, but men, I'm telling you, if she's on here saying so, that she's ruining everything that you trying to hide, that you built in your family, that you consider your main chick, you might want to really start putting some due diligence into picking a side chick. Because obviously, whoever side chick that this is, woo, you might be getting paper soon, player. So let's see what else going on this particular train. You know, let's see what they got going. But hold on.
I do know that a lot of people are calling us hoes, and that's fine. You can call us a hoe, but at the end of the day, we still hustle over everything. HOE hoe. So take it however you want, and I hope you have a good day.
All right, well, there you have it. Brittany Bricks with the triple X's, and which means Snapchat Premium, which means that if you're willing to pay her, send her money through PayPal, you could send requests and she might show you things, show you body parts and do things and touch herself and, you know, make you feel like you've accomplished something for the night. And then after she get through taking your money in the virtual world, she'll go out in the real world and take money from guys who are actually going to be with her, you know. So Brittany Bricks, she's telling you she's a hoe. I mean, straight up hoe, HOE, hustle over everything. So if she's embraced that, why can't you? She's a side chick. They're all a side chicks. They understand it. They relish in the role. They don't mind being it, which is what I said 1 year ago, is that side chicks are winning. Because when you don't mind playing your part, you don't mind playing this role, that isn't a place that you wouldn't go. That isn't a moral thing that you wouldn't compromise for yourself, that you wouldn't do any other gutter back alley crap that he asks you to do because he's buying you hell a bag. He's taking you on a trip. He's paying your rent, probably in low income housing, but you don't care. Like she said, cut the check, bring me the bread. We gonna do what we got to do. She said, you want some from me, I want some from you, let's make it happen. And the bottom line is, you want to screw, I want your money, let's make it work. And these are side chicks. These are women that's increasingly becoming this way. Not every woman. You got really good, decent women out here. But just like Real Housewives and Basketball Wives and all this stuff started in one city and spread to 4 or 5. I mean, I got to tell y'all guys, no matter where you at, look for a side chick near you. It's coming to your town. Started in Charlotte. Atlanta, stay tuned. Miami, definitely stay tuned. LA, yeah. New York, yeah. Dallas, yeah. Side chicks coming real soon. The franchise.
All right, guys, we're going to leave that right there. Just want to say for the record, I do believe that side chicks are winning. All right. Don't forget tomorrow, guys, that Carlotta is going to be in on the show from Carlotta's Blogs and Vlogs. We're going to get into that. She's going to bring by one of her patented vlogs that she does on Facebook. Gets deep inside her pain, deep inside a woman's hurt. So definitely stay tuned for that tomorrow. And I want to thank you guys once again for spending your Thursday afternoon with me. Hope you're finding you something real nice and right to cuddle up with and go home with tonight. As usual, guys, you can find the Random Select at therandomselect.com. You can find Random Select at beatbreakradiofm.com. You can catch us on TuneIn, download the Beat Break app. And yeah, guys, just keep it locked right here for all the great content that's coming along. Once again, I am your host. This is Mario, and you're inside the Random Select podcast on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where talk and music lives. Until tomorrow, guys.
This is Atlanta's new underground station.
How you doing? This is Wood Harris.
Hi, this is Jasmine Guy.
What's going on in Atlanta? This is Clifton Powell.
Hey guys, it's Niecy Nash from TV Land's The Soul Man.
This is Cat Williams.
Check this out. This is your boy RL from NEXT.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lunel.
What's up, ATL? It's your girl Ken of Atlantic Records.
Hi, I'm Taraji P. Henson.
WBS 87 Atlanta, WAEN FM Atlanta, WBHH, and on iHeartRadio, home of the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey, DJ Rollum, and the Wake Up Ladies. Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. Streaming online at BeatBreakRadioFM.com. Download the TuneIn app to hear Beat Break 87 FM on your mobile device and listen to the Beat Break Morning Show. Weekday mornings only on Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
What's up, ATL? Make sure that you check out the D Here Radio Show on Beat Break 87 and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Listen to Beat Break 87 FM on the go. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app from the app marketplace, including Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store. View photos, videos, and Beat Break 87 shows on your mobile device. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app now for free.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin P. Montgomery. I invented a goat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela.
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation? It's when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Right now, Beat Break Radio is taking it to the streets to find out what's happening in your city.
I Am Beautiful proudly presents its 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam. This mother-daughter mentor retreat is designed to transform young girls ages 8 to 18 years old into becoming productive people. The retreat will also help mothers, guardians, and daughters build better relationships with each other through a series of fun activities and discussions, such as the dangers of bullying, the power of social media, and setting future goals. Membership is not required to participate, and spaces are limited. The 13th annual Pink Pajama Jam will begin on Saturday, January 13th through Sunday, January 14th, 2018. Participants are encouraged to check in at 1 p.m. The location for the Pink Pajama Jam will take place at Lake Lanier Island Legacy Lounge. The address is 7000 Lanier Islands Parkway, Buford, Georgia, 30518. For more registration details, call 404-545-9051 or visit the website iambeautiful.org. We're always taking it to the streets on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Wake up weekday mornings to the Beat Break Morning Show and nod your head in bed to the 360 Mix Show. Weeknights on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. The views and opinions expressed on this program does not necessarily reflect those of Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Communications, volunteers, staff, and management of Reach One Communications.